If you're thinking about making a move to the Philly suburbs, this video is going to detail the real cost of living here. And spoiler alert, those charming tree-lined streets and amazing school districts come at a price tag. So let's break it down. Today we're going to start with the big one, which is housing. The Philly suburbs are known for their beautiful homes, top-notch school district, and streets so charming that you think they come straight out of a Hallmark movie. Last year, median home prices ranged from $525,000 in Chester County to $480,000 in Bucks County, $450,000 in Montgomery County, and $347,000 in Delaware County. Now, let's talk about mortgages. If you're looking at a $450,000 home and you're putting, say, 10% down, that's $45,000 up front. So goodbye vacation fund. And a mortgage around $405,000 with taxes and insurance, your monthly payment is looking at being about $3,200 out the door. With 20% down, your payment shrinks to $2,800, but it's more of an upfront cost. Either way, the bank's probably sending you a thank you card. And here's the fun part. Property taxes can hit anywhere from like $8,000 to $12,000 in Montgomery County and Bucks County for a mid-priced home. That's like buying a used car every year. But hey, some areas, and I'm looking at you, Delaware County, they offer lower taxes, so shop wisely. But also at the same time, you can find extremely high taxes in Delaware County as well. Still, those big suburban perks like the spacious yard, the top tier schools, and a friendly wave from your neighbor every morning make it worth the splurge. Let's keep going because there's a lot more to consider when it comes to living that suburban dream. Next up on the list is your vehicle. In the suburbs, you can't escape from them. Unlike Philly, where you can hop on SEPTA or walk everywhere, suburban life practically hands you the keys to your second biggest expense. So between your car payments, your gas, and your insurance and your maintenance, you're looking at anywhere from like $700 to $1,000 a month per vehicle. And let's not forget about gas prices in Pennsylvania. They love to surprise us at the pump. But here's the good news. Most homes come with driveways and garages, so you won't be battling for parking spots or dodging tickets like you would be in the city and putting out your cones to mark your spot. But if you have multiple cars at your household, then those costs could add up. Think of it this way. Your driveway might look like a dealership, but you're the only one footing the bill. Here's the kicker. Commutes here average anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes or even more each way, depending on how far out you live. That's a lot of time to perfect your playlist or your podcast game, right? Sure, it's a lifestyle shift, right? And if you're used to city living, but at least you'll enjoy your scenic back roads and rolling hills instead of dodging potholes on I-76. And here's a quick pro tip for you. I came from the city, right? So when I moved out here, I noticed that my insurance actually went down and I had no idea why. It was amazing. It went down like almost $80 per month. And that's because you're not so congested, right? And if you live in areas like the Philly suburbs, you can generally expect to pay less in car insurance than you would in a city. Next on our cost item list is utilities. And utilities might not be glamorous, but they are a big part of the suburban cost equation. For a single family home, you'll spend about $250 to $400 a month, give or take, on electricity, heating, cooling, and water. Older homes, you know, the ones with all the character like I live in, they tend to get eaten up by energy costs, especially during those cold, icy Pennsylvania winters like we're experiencing right now when the heating costs spike. But if you love a lush green lawn, your water bill will spike with those sprinklers running, right? So don't say I didn't warn you. Trash removal is another surprise. You're likely going to pay like $20 to $50 a month to a private company. And for all the city folks, I can hear your confusion from here. But here is the twist. Many rural and semi-rural areas rely on septic systems instead of public sewer. That means a periodic maintenance cost of like $200 to $400 every couple of years for something you never want to think about. It's the least glamorous part of home ownership, but hey, it's gotta be done. Do you wanna save? Well, consider energy efficient appliances. So smart thermostats or even solar panels. They're a growing trend in the Philly suburbs. And hey, they make you feel like a suburban superhero slashing your utility bills. Next up on the list is a big one. And as a dad, I know firsthand that childcare can be a game changer for your budget, and not in a good way. In the Philly suburbs, full-time daycare for one child can cost anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000 per month, depending on where it is. So if you have 2 kids or more in daycare, these costs can climb higher and higher and higher, even higher than your dang mortgage. And trust me, I've done the math, and then I've cried into my coffee. But luckily, the suburbs offers plenty of options, from highly rated childcare centers to in-home daycares. There's usually something for every family's needs. Some centers offer sibling discounts too, or part-time schedules, which can help ease that financial load. Just don't wait too long to secure a spot. Wait lists can be longer than the line at Wawa during lunch. Are you thinking about maybe hiring a nanny? It's a popular option here, but it will cost you. Full-time nannies can charge anywhere from $18 to $25 an hour, or $3,000 to $4,500 per month. But hey, look, on the bright side, you get more flexibility and your kids get that one-on-one care without the daycare drop-off drama. Childcare is one of the biggest expenses for suburban families, but knowing your kids are in good hands is absolutely priceless. Next up on our list is the thing that every single person needs, no matter what. It's groceries, and they are a tale of 2 budgets in the Philly suburbs. On one hand, you've got budget-friendly options like Aldi and Giant. On the other hand, you have the Wegmans and the Whole Foods, who are practically begging you to spend $10 on a single loaf of artisan bread. Families here often spend anywhere from $800 to $1,200 a month on groceries, especially if you're buying organic or hosting the weekly block party. Eating out is equally tempting and equally dangerous for your wallet. Date nights at a mid-range restaurant will cost you anywhere between $60 and $80 or even $100 depending on drinks. While the more casual spots like pizza joints or diners, they're gonna hover around $30 to $50 depending on the size of the amount of people that are actually going out to eat. Don't even get me started on brunch. But here is where suburban life really gets you. Costco runs and Target runs. You pop in for paper towels and you leave with a $400 receipt, a box of croissants, and a kayak, right? And you laugh now, but wait until it happens to you, because it happens all of the time. For a more budget-friendly and community-oriented option, check out local farmers markets. Not only can you snag fresh produce, but you'll also find everything from homemade jams to your local goat cheese and the occasional friendly alpaca. Next up, let's talk about the most important meal of the day, which is coffee. So a latte at Starbucks or Dunkin' or a local favorite like La Colombe, that's gonna set you back $4, $5, $6 a pop, while drip coffee is a bit cheaper at $2 or $3. If you're grabbing coffee daily, that's like $100 to $150 a month on caffeine. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Suburban coffee shops are more than just caffeine stops. They're community hubs. So whether you're working remotely, which a lot of people do, or you're meeting up with other parents or friends, or you're just pretending to work while you're people watching, these cozy spots have a vibe for everyone. Just watch out for those pastries. They are experts at making your wallet lighter and your waistband even tighter. Here's a fun fact. Bucks County has an annual coffee festival. Yes, an entire festival dedicated to coffee. So whether you are on team black coffee or caramel macchiato giotto, you'll feel right at home here. To save money, consider brewing at home. I do it all the time. A fancy coffee machine may cost you up front, but it pays for itself over and over again, and you'll finally get to flex your latte art skills, or try to anyway. Next up on the list is fitness, and fitness is a serious business here in the Philly suburbs. So whether you're a gym rat or you're more of a 10,000 steps a day because I forgot where I left my phone kind of person, you have the basic gym memberships at places like Planet Fitness or LA Fitness. That's like $10, $40 a month. But if you're into boutique studios for yoga, spin, or Pilates like a Soul Cycle in Ardmore or Club Pilates in Exton, you're looking at like $150 to $250 a month. And don't even get me started on CrossFit. Those kettlebells aren't just heavy, they are expensive. The best part about living in the suburbs, Staying fit doesn't have to cost a fortune. You have parks like Valley Forge or Ridley Creek State Park or Marsh Creek State Park, and they're perfect for free outdoor activities like hiking, jogging, running, and biking. Many communities even offer free yoga in the park during the summer, so you can downward dog your way to a healthier life without spending a dime. Here's a fun stat. Montgomery County consistently ranks as one of the healthiest counties in the entire state of Pennsylvania. It's no surprise with the sheer number of fitness centers and outdoor spaces that cater to active lifestyles. You just have to watch out because those early morning trail walkers take their speed walking very seriously. So whether you're into high-end fitness classes or simply chasing your dog around the yard, the suburbs makes it easy to stay active. Just keep an eye out on those boutique memberships because they can sneak up on your budget faster than a burpee. Now, this next one is probably one of the most important that not a lot of people think about, and that's healthcare. When it comes to healthcare, the Philly Suburbs gives you access to some of the best systems in the state and the country, like Mainline Health and Jefferson Health. If you're covered through work, your family's monthly premiums can range anywhere from $300 to $600 depending on your plan. If you're going the private insurance route, buckle up because plans can cost anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 a month for full coverage. Routine care is typically less expensive than in urban areas. So a primary care visit costs about $100, $150 without insurance, while specialists might charge anywhere from $200 to $300. And here's the kicker. The suburbs are teaming with urgent care facilities. You got a sprain, a fever, or a suspicious rash? Skip the ER and head to urgent care. It's faster, cheaper, and you're less likely to encounter someone reenacting a Grey's Anatomy episode. If you have kids like me, your healthcare budget might need some wiggle room between sports physicals, dental visits, and all the times your kid decides the stairs are for rolling instead of walking. You'll want to plan for regular expenses. Multi-generational households also benefit from the suburbs' robust senior care options. So whether it's assisted living or just access to top-notch specialists, the healthcare here is built to accommodate all stages of life. Now, for all of the younger folks and those who love nightlife, that's next on the list. So think suburban life is all about early bedtimes and HOA meetings. Not so fast. While the nightlife may not rival cities like Philly, it's full of surprises. You have towns like Phoenixville, Media, and New Hope. They're thriving downtowns with their craft breweries and trending cocktail bars and live music venues. A night will run you about $50 to $100. And that's really depending on how many drinks or apps you order or how much you cave to the dessert menu. And beer lovers, you can rejoice because there is no shortage of local breweries, from the Sterling Pig in Delaware County to Tired Hands Brewery in Ardmore. If cocktails are more your style, upscale spots in towns like Doylestown or Conshohocken offer a relaxed yet refined vibe. Drinks can average anywhere from like $10 to $15, which isn't bad considering you won't need to elbow your way to the bar like in the city. Many suburbs host seasonal nightlife events like wine walks, outdoor concerts, and First Fridays. These are great ways to connect with your neighbors, support local businesses, and sip wine while pretending to be cultured. Whether you're into trivia nights, live bands, or date nights at a cozy wine bar, the Philly suburbs have plenty to offer after dark. And if you ever miss the big city buzz, Philly is just a quick Uber ride away, perfect for a late night cheesesteak run. Now, how much does it all cost? I laid it out, and this is what it really costs to live in the Philly suburbs. Let's sum it up. Housing anywhere from $1,800 to $4,000 a month or more, depending on your price range. Renting or buy. Vehicles is anywhere from $700 to $1,000. Childcare can be anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000. Utilities, you are about $250 to $400. Food's about $800 to $1,200. Fitness, coffee, healthcare, and entertainment is anywhere from $400 to $800. And to total this all up, you're anywhere from $4,000 to $7,000 per month. So while the suburbs aren't exactly a budget-friendly paradise, they offer incredible value, space, safety, community, and those award-winning schools. The real question isn't, can I afford to live here? It's, can I afford to miss out living here? If you're ready to make the move to the Philly suburbs, let's talk. Just click that link below and schedule a call with me. And don't forget to watch this video about the 5 things I wished I knew before moving to the Philly suburbs.